join. So today we'll be talking about measures of central tendency, specifically mean. Now, when we talk about mean, that also means we are talking about average. So average of a set of values that you are able to take. For example, if I have, let's suppose, hmm, one second, people are trying to come in. Yeah. So if you have several observations, for example, you have observations that are um, x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay, the mean of this observations, okay, these are four observations totally. Okay, these are totally four observations. If you're trying to find the mean of this these observations, you'll represent them as x bar. Second, let me put that in a little better way. Okay, x bar, and that will be x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 divided by n. N being the number of observations. Here the number of observations are 4, so n will be 4. Right, now if I give them certain values, let's suppose I'm giving them certain values 2, 4, 6 and 8, for example. Let's suppose x bar will be equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6. One second. Yeah, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 divided by 4 is equal to 20 by 4, giving me a mean of 5. Okay, that is how mean is calculated. Now this is arithmetic mean. This is basically a central tendency whose value attempts to describe the set of data by identifying its central position, okay, with respect to that set of data. Now this is the set of data I mentioned here. You can have several sets. Now these are individual observations. Okay, sets below, yeah, observations below. These are individual observations. For example, if I give you another problem, if you try the problem itself, you will understand easily. Here we'll start off with mean of ungrouped data, then we'll go to group data eventually. Okay, why is, one second, did I just hold on one second, guys. By any chance, does your class also have someone named Pratima? There was some Pratima trying to enter.
Yes, sir. She's
Oh
there.
shit, I thought that was B2 Pratima. And okay, okay, if you can message her to what do you call, come inside back in. Okay, I thought she was
Okay.
B2. Didn't allow her inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's suppose I give you one example. Now take a pen and paper and write this value down. Okay, first we'll do mean of ungrouped data. You will understand in a bit why we call it ungrouped data. So suppose I make a small table. Okay, let's suppose you are given a question wherein you are trying to find out mean salary of a particular office. Okay, so let's suppose we have staff on the left. Okay, and we have salary on the right. Right, and we have different salary. Let's suppose we have staff of, one second, 1, 2, 3, one second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 people. Okay, and with their average salary of, and suppose we start off with 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 6,000 और 6000 के बजाय 16000 कर देंगे, कीप इट क्लोज बाय 14,000 13,000 and 11,000. ठीक है. Now these are the observations. So your x values will be these. So this is your x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and up to x7. The total number of observations that you are getting is n is equal to 7. So your goal to find what you call this thing mean will be to find the summation of x. Okay, to find the sum of all the observations. So x1 plus x2 plus x3, if I have x1 plus x2 plus so on up to x7 in this case, I can represent this as summation of x. Okay, that means that all the values that are included in x from observation 1 to observation 7 have been included in this. So in a way I can also tell that capital X bar, that means the mean, okay, will be equal to summation of x divided by n. That is the formula of mean. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding and following along. Please feel free to stop me if you're not understanding. Okay, these are simple small problems. If you concentrate a little bit, you'll be able to understand very easily. Okay, this is the mean. Mean को capital X bar से represent करते, that will be equal to, this is sum of, okay, that symbol represents sum of. ठीक है, sum of x divided by number of observations. So number of observations in this case being n, being 7. So if I try to find out the mean, let's suppose now you try to find out the mean, try to find it out along with me. Don't use the calculator, try to do it yourself over here. Right. So take a piece of paper, write down all the observations and try to calculate what will be x bar. So x bar is equal to कितना आता, ऑब्जर्वेशन 1 is 10. ओके, मैं एक काम करता हूँ, 1000 ही है ना, 1000 को बाहर ले लेता अभी के लिए, इंटू 10 प्लस 12 प्लस 15 प्लस 16 प्लस 14 प्लस 13 प्लस 11 एडमिट डिवाइडेड बाई 7. ठीक है, करेक्ट है, यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा? I'm basically adding all the observations together and dividing them by the number of observations. Okay, so what will I get? 1000 into 10 plus 2 कितना है, हाँ 10 12 22 22 37 37 43 53 53 बोले तो 67 80 91. ठीक है, divided by 7. Now I know 91 7 में जाता, कितना जाता, 13 times. ठीक है, is equal to 13,000. You do a little bit of practice, it will not be that hard calculation. ठीक है, this is just basic simple maths. 13,000 will be the mean salary, or 13,000 is the average salary of the employees that are working here. This is how you find mean by direct method. ये समझ में आया कैसा हुआ? We are basically taking this, the direct method for ungrouped data. Okay, we have ungrouped data, and what we are doing is we are directly taking the average of all of them. We are basically adding all the observations and we are dividing them by the number of observations that are present, giving us the mean salary. Now there are certain conditions in which you cannot use mean. वो condition क्या है? For example, let's suppose we have another category here. Instead of only 7 observations, oh dear, one second. Instead of only 7 observations, we have 8 observations, let's suppose. Let's suppose the 8th observation has, or the 8th person has a salary of 90,000. ठीक है, यहाँ पर एक प्रॉब्लम आता, because this is an outlier. ठीक है, this is something which is far away from your mean. Normally your average should be 13,000. So this number should have been closer to 13,000. All of these are somewhat closer to 13,000. But whenever you have a value which is very far away from your suspected mean, or the mean that you generally gauge from this, that will skew the mean that you get. If you calculate, let's suppose you calculate with this, यहाँ पर क्या होता, 91,000 इसका आ रहा था ना 7 observations का, प्लस 90,000 हो जाता, डिवाइडेड बाई 8, that is 181,000 or 1,81,000, either way, whichever you prefer, divided by 8. This will change the value a lot. कितना होता 16, 20, 20 बोले तो 2, around 22,000. ठीक है, roughly close to 22,000. I'm not going into the details. Roughly around 22,000 होता ही है. This is changing the value a lot. If you can see here, यहाँ पर mean average salary जो है 13,000 थी, but just because of one extremely skewed value or extremely high value, the mean has drastically changed by 9,000 points. ठीक है, in such conditions you should not use mean. In such conditions you will use a different kind of mode of central tendency, something like mode or median. ठीक है, यहाँ पर मीडियन ज्यादा एप्लीकेबल रहता. So just be careful whenever you see the data and you have values which are very very far away from normal values. Let's suppose यहाँ पर majority of the values are close to 13,000. This value is very very far away. If you add this value to the others, you will drastically end up changing the mean. ठीक है, I hope you guys are following along what is happening. समझ में आ रहा ना? Do you want me to slow down or repeat some of the part which you didn't understand?
Understanding, sir.
All of you? Okay. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
This is direct method. Now we have something called a assumed mean method. Assumed mean method में क्या करते हैं? Let's suppose we have a condition like this.
Yes,
यहाँ पर अपन 1000 बाहर ले लिए थे ना?
sir.
Because yeah. Do you have a doubt? I'm not able to hear you. There's a lot of lag.
Sir, she is saying yes, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है. You can put it in the chat अगर माइक्रोफोन में प्रॉब्लम आ रहा तो. It will be easier. Now यहाँ पर values को गेज करना easy था because it were only whole numbers with thousands and all. यहाँ पर मैं easily 1,000 बाहर निकाल के calculate कर दिया. Now let's suppose the values are like this. Oh dear. Right. Let's suppose the values are something like this. Let me give you an example altogether so that you can perform. Okay. 1 second. Now take a fresh piece of paper and copy this problem down. ठीक है, write down. Find the mean incubation period. Take a piece of paper and all of you write down. Find the mean incubation period. Find the mean incubation period of 9 polio cases given below. ठीक है, hello, given below. Now the observations will be, let's suppose I'm making the observations capital X. ठीक है, and we have the observations 23, 22. These are incubations periods. Okay, it does not mention years or months or anything, so just write down the value for now. 20, 24, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Okay, now try to find out the mean of these values. What will be the mean incubation period? Use direct mean method and try to find out what is incubation period and let me know. What will be X bar is equal to how much? I'll wait for 5 minutes, then I'll do. Aap karo, tell me some answer. What are you getting the answer as?
Sir,
Hmm.
20.
लैग आ रहा, टाइप कर दो, इजी रहता. Okay, so Mahima got 20. What about the others? Try and let me know. It is not that complex, guys. You should try. Please do not use your calculator. Try to actually build a habit of using your brain once in a while. रखे रखे धूल पकड़ लेता, स्पेशली हॉलीडेज में कभी कभी यूज करना चाहिए. चलो, that is enough time to calculate. Now let's see how she got 20. ठीक है, इसको टोटल करे तो 23 प्लस 22 कितना होता? 45. 45 प्लस 20 करे तो 65. 65 प्लस 24 करे तो 89. 89 प्लस 16 करे तो 89. 95. 105. 105 प्लस 17 करे तो 115. 122. 122 प्लस 18 करे तो 140. 140 प्लस 19 159. 159 प्लस 21 you get 180. ठीक है. Now we have our sigma x. ठीक है, our x bar or the mean is equal to, one second, your mean can be represented as summation of x divided by the number of observations. यहाँ पर total number of observations कितने हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, so x bar mean will be equal to 180 divided by 9 is equal to 20, meaning your mean incubation period is 20. Now let's suppose this is a little more hassle for you, उसको calculate करना मुश्किल हो रहा है आपको, ठीक है, because these numbers are not exactly easier to calculate with and you want to decrease the time. You can use another method. This method is your direct mean method, okay, what I just taught you. There is another method called assumed mean method. Assumed mean method में क्या करते हैं? You will assume a mean. Generally the problem itself will come with an assumed mean, in the sense that in the question itself you may assume the mean as 20 बोल के देते, या you may assume the mean as certain. They'll give you a one particular value. That value will be called an assumed mean. ठीक है, it will be represented by W. Now in this problem you are given, let's suppose you are given, take the assumed mean as 20. ठीक है, अब assumed mean में क्या करते हैं आप? You will try to find out the difference between assumed mean and this observation, in the sense that you will do capital X minus W. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक? In the direct method you can use the same observations and you can perform that vertical problem. Now let's suppose the observations become a little more complicated. यहाँ पर 2 digits ही है ना, 3-4 digits आए समझो, like that. So let's suppose we have 2344 and we have 2310, we have 2322. ठीक है, you can you have to find a different way so that you can calculate it in a shorter amount of time. In such senses assumed mean will become easier. Sometimes the questioner, the examiner will leave it up to you to assume a mean, in the sense that you look at the data and you try to find a, you assume a intermediate value or an average value, या फिर question में ही देता. In this case the questioner himself has given you, take the assumed mean as 20. So what you will do is, assumed mean method में, first of all you will take the difference between the number of observations that are given and the assumed mean. मतलब 23 minus 20 करते हैं, ठीक है, and you will do 22 minus 20, then 20 minus 20, 24 minus 20, 16 minus 20, 17 minus 20, 18 minus 20. ये बहुत सिंपल मॉडल है तो आपको इजीली समझ में आ जाता. वंस वी गो टू अ मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, सपोज आपको ऑब्जर्वेशन ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दिए, इन दैट सेंस दिस फेलो विल बी वेरी वेरी हेल्पफुल, ओके, एंड इट विल सेव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम कैलकुलेटिंग. तो व्हाट विल यू गेट? यू विल गेट वन पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू विच इज टर्म्ड स्मॉल एक्स. ठीक है, इसको स्मॉल एक्स बोल के लिखते हैं. Okay, you can also put it in another way. It is generally called small x. इसका मतलब है this is basically the deviation. This is the difference between your observation and the assumed mean. How much your main value is deviating from your assumed mean. That will be this x. So what value will you get from this? So you get 3. So this is basically, one second. This is basically this. Okay. 23 minus 20 को मैं यहाँ पर लिख रहा हूँ, ठीक है, which is represented by small x. Now that small x is equal to 3 for 23 minus 20. मतलब first observation का deviation from assumed mean was 3. आप assume करें एक mean is 20. Okay. And if you try to deduct that assumed mean from the observation that is given, you will get a certain value. That is the deviation. That deviation is represented by x. So the deviation for the first observation, which is capital X minus W. So capital X1 in that sense. So if I put it in another perspective, आपका small x bar, or let me put it this way, small x bar, ठीक है, is equal to capital X1. Capital X1 will be 23 minus W plus capital X2 will be 22 minus W. It will go on all the way up to capital X9, okay, plus minus W divided by 9. This is the initial formula to find out the summation or the vertical x bar, summation of that difference. ठीक है, पहले आप assumed mean method में you will try to find out small x bar. You do that by calculating summation of x minus W divided by number of observations. ठीक है, first step. I hope you guys are following along. ये step समझ में आ रहे हैं? If you are not understanding anything, please feel free to stop me at any time. I'll re-explain if I need to. Okay. So coming back to this, यहाँ पर first value 3 आता, second value 2 आता. I'm not putting positive or negative. I'll put negative if there is, or else it is positive. 20 minus 20 is 0. 24 minus 20 is 4. 16 minus 20 is minus 4, right? 17 minus 20 is minus 3. 18 minus 20 is minus 2. 19 minus 20 is minus 1. And 21 minus 20 is 1. Now my goal is to find sigma x. Okay. So sigma x will be equal to, इसको अगर मैं समेट करा, sigma small x is equal to, now look at this data. 3 है minus 3 है, this fellow will cancel each other, right? 2 है minus 2 है, this fellows will cancel each other. 4 minus 4 gone. 1 minus 1 gone. So summation of x will be 0, meaning my small x bar will be equal to sigma of capital X minus W divided by number of observations is equal to 0 divided by 9. Anything divided, any 0 divided by anything will be equal to 0. ठीक है, this is step 1. ये step 1 करे बाद यहाँ पर you have only calculated the mean of deviations. These are all deviations. These are deviations from your assumed mean. So what you have to do now, आप पूरे deviations का mean ले लिए ना, you will add this to the assumed mean. So what you do is to find out x bar, you will add x plus small x bar is equal to 20 plus 0. 20. Same method आया. यहाँ पर this will look longer, but the thing is that once you get problems in whom observations are much more complicated, triple digit, quadruple digit, ऐसा रहे जब, assumed mean method is much more easier than direct method, because direct method will involve much more larger numbers. Assumed mean method में you can take one assumed mean and decrease that value. Let's suppose you get some value which is 2340, ठीक है, and you are assuming a mean of 2300, ठीक है, you get like this, let's suppose 9 values. So all of these quadruple digits will be brought down to double digits. 40, 10, 20 ऐसे कम हो जाते. Okay, it will be easier for you to calculate from that point of time. I hope you guys are following along. That is where indirect method will flourish, or assumed mean method will flourish. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now write down another problem and you have to calculate and tell me. Now I will not give you a solution before till you tell me. 1 second. Right. Write down heights in centimeters for 7 school children. Heights in centimeters for 7 school children. Height in centimeters for 7 school children are given below. I'll write down the values. Find the mean. Find the mean. I'll repeat once again. Heights in centimeters for 7 school children are given below. Find the mean. 140 may be taken as 140 may be taken as the assumed mean. 140 may be taken as the assumed mean or working origin. दोनों same थे. Assumed mean को working origin भी बोलते हैं. Okay, working origin or assumed mean to calculate the mean height. To calculate the mean height. Okay, now write down the observations. Observations are 148, 143, 160, 152, 157, 150 and 155. ठीक है. So 7 students के अलग अलग height दिया. This is capital X. Okay. These are observations that are given. What you have to find out is their mean. So you can use a assumed mean method or you can use a direct method. Either way, whichever you are comfortable with. Find out and tell me. Calculate and let me know. W is 140. N is 7. ठीक है. So small x. हो गया? You have to calculate and tell me, Baba. I'm waiting for you guys. Please be careful when adding and subtracting. Okay. क्या हुआ? खत्म हुआ? You're supposed to find out and tell me इतनी देर क्यों लग रही? Simple problem है. No one found out the answer. अगर अभी नहीं करे तो मैं होमवर्क का वैसा देता हूँ. खत्म करके बोलो मेरे को. Not going to spoon feed you. चलो ठीक है. I'll give this to you as homework. Find out and tell me. ठीक है. I hope you have noted down the observations. Find out and tell me tomorrow. Alright.